Hi, good morning. Welcome to True Moon Tarot. My name is Felecia Marie, and today we're going to be doing the fire signs. So that will be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Now, real quick before we get started, I do want to have a disclaimer here and say that one, nothing I say should be taken as any financial, medical, or professional advice, and also that this is for entertainment purposes only. Guys, energy is fluid. This is timeless. Whether it relates to you now or relates to you in 6 months from now, at some point, if you were curious about clicking on the video, then there is some sort of message that's meant for you or somebody that's important to you. Now, also, like I said, with it being fluid and timeless, you can be watching a video that is completely different than what your sun, your moon, or your rising sign is, right? For instance, I'm a Sagittarius sun, Pisces moon, and Libra rising. However, I have been more interested, I guess, in air sign readings lately. Like, for whatever reason, those have just been like popping up into my head. The titles of other readers on YouTube, the titles of their videos for those air sign videos have resonated more. And usually it's only like a tiny little sentence. Like, I could go watch a 30-minute video and literally one thing only makes sense. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Maybe I could pass this along to anybody else who might need anything else too, right? And that's what we do. In my opinion, that's what we should be doing, not just as humans, but as intuitive humans and healers, and just being a part of a civilization, is we should be sharing things and helping others, right? Like, I shouldn't just be doing this and then not showing you how to do things yourself or helping you do things yourself. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, I'm babbling because, let's just be honest, I babble and it's early in the morning and I'm tired and I have to get ready for work soon. So anyways, we're going to be doing a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries reading. Remember, take what resonates, what doesn't. Just send it back out into the universe and hope that it finds whoever it does resonate. And remember, when going into this, you need to go into it with an open mind. Because also, if there are some quote-unquote negative things that come to light, it's usually something that the person does not want to know. It's usually something that the person does not want to see within themselves. And the first card we get out is the Ten of Swords, which in this particular deck, it's all about stressors and life just kind of getting in the way for you. It's about you feeling like you're up against so much, like you've just got all this weight on your back, right? We've also got the Five of Swords here, which in this particular deck as well, you see a victorious crow, a victorious raven. There's two that are already, two crows that are kind of like laying on the ground. One of them looks like he's already started to decay a little bit. The other one is just freshly there. And then you've got two that are in the air flying away in this particular deck, right? Well, this crow is standing there. He's not even acknowledging the ones that he's looked like, the ones that he's taken care of already. He's not acknowledging the ones in the sky. He's actually acknowledging you, the outlooker, the person who's coming next, right? They're anticipating somebody else coming to them and starting a battle or starting a fight, or so that is very egotistical. That is very in yourself, when really what I'm seeing here, and we've got the Eight of Cups, what I'm seeing here is really what you need to do is you need to be focusing more on your feelings, on your thoughts, on your mentality, your state of being, and how you interact with those around you, how you interact, how you perceive the interactions around you and in your daily life. That was really weird. For a brief second, my eyes like focused like right around here, and like for just a brief second it looked like a skull, like just like just a brief second, and then it just disappeared. That could be a message in and of itself. Some people may be fearing death. Some people may be fearing risk itself, fearing the fact that they may not have as much time to do the things that they want anymore. But then also our last card over here is the Ten of Cups, which speaks to a union of sorts, whether that's, a union between two people, if that's a union between you and a particular job, if that's a union between you and yourself. But it is some kind of union here, and I was only going to do 3 cards originally, but I decided to pull that last 4th one, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the 8 of Swords here. So all of our Swords cards speak to something that you personally, whoever this reading is for, that's something that that person can physically change themselves. That's something that requires a change in your perception, a change in your view of things, and then the way that you act about those things, like the reason why you do the things that you do outwardly to other people. Once you change your mindset on the inside and you change your stressors and your triggers and your worried things and your fears and your ego and your own self-complacency, once you changed that and you turn that into something of abundance and something that's fruitful and something that's positive, your life will change. You will finally realize and reach this new level for yourself, right? And I don't know if I told you what card this was, but it is the 8 of Swords. That's the one that's at the bottom of the deck. And it's funny how I say how once you do those things, things will change, because the cards that are underneath that one now are the 3 of Cups, which is our theme here, is nothing but swords and cups. So that's action over thoughts. That's controlling and logical and rational over creative and irrational and illogical and emotional, right? It's 2 very different ideas of what life should be like. 2 very different ideas of how things should go. And I find that interesting in and of itself, because fire is a very mutable sign. If you watch it, and I don't remember where I saw it, but it was a long time ago. There was a video of someone helping you describe how you can remember whether an element is mutable or they're constant. And the constant wasn't the word that they used, but that's just the word that sticks with me. So like fire being mutable, if you look at it in and of itself, it's hot, it's strong, it's passionate, right? Which you would think that would be a constant thing, but what do we relate passion with? Fury and fast and quick, right? So that would be the mutable aspect of it. Not to mention, if you actually look at the flame in and of itself on fire, the way that it moves, it's almost like it's water, okay? So that's where you get the transformable aspect of it and the mutable aspect of it, and the fact that we as fire signs are usually very logical but also very emotional. We do things with logic, but then there's also some things, and usually it's our personal lives where we're very emotional, at least for me. And then the Death card, which is all about renewal, rebirth, and the beginning of something else after the end of one thing, right? So now I'm going to try to do this kind of quick, guys. I'm so sorry. We will do a few oracle cards here and see what else, what other messages we have for us. I do feel like you as a person, you need to be more forthcoming with your thoughts. Even if that's just like forthcoming to yourself. I actually write to myself, especially when I'm feeling very, very low. I will write myself letters in my notebook, and then when I'm feeling better, I go back and I reread them, and then I try to have a conversation with myself. That's a great way to do shadow work. That's a great way to develop emotional intelligence, and that's where I was going with that when that card came out. And this card I have seen so many times in readings just for myself, which it's interesting that this one happens to be at the bottom of the deck, and this is a fire sign, which I'm a Sagittarius. This is the Black Cat. Fortune meets opportunity. I got fortune meets opportunity with the Black Cat. vampire with emotional intelligence. And then last one. Community and web weaving. Okay, yeah. So this is, like I said, this is going to be all about how you perceive things and how you view your life and how you handle yourself. So let's go with vampire. Emotional intelligence, the deepest, the coldest, the craving of blood, the hole never filled, the longing like a flood. Should the vampire card appear in your reading, it may indicate that you are being drained in this way and the time has come for stronger boundaries. You need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and take what takes it away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives. If indeed we have them around us, developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional and psychic attack and enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kinds. Which that's also funny because I remember reading Black Cat, and it's actually in here in this book. Black Cat, in some countries back in the day, they were seen as actual protection. Like, they were seen as a protection thing. You had a black cat in your house to help protect you, to keep spirits away, right? And that's funny that that was the first one that came out, and it's all about making sure that you're protecting yourself from the energies that are around you, right? Which is a very, very good idea. So again, I highly suggest you guys protect yourself. Don't protect yourself too much though, because if you kind of see, like, with specifically with the Eight of Swords card, it's almost as if she's protected, but she's also like blindly there, right? She can easily get out, but this stuff, whatever she's surrounding herself with, is actually keeping her from her awakening, keeping her from going to the next step, right? And so while you need to have protection, you need to find the balance between protection, right? Because you don't want to be overly protected and then hinder yourself. So now with Black Cat, it's fortune meets opportunity, sleek and black and lantern-eyed, crosses your path with a hiss, good luck and fortune sweep by with a kiss. Okay, it says, should the slinky black cat cross your path through this oracle, know that good luck and fortune will be meeting you promptly. Also know that your luck will be even luckier if you are prepared to take advantage of the special opportunity that comes your way. And last but not least, my loves, we have Spider. Community and web weaving. She spins her silk alone in the dark with hope of collection, sticky with dreams weaving the world's a wide web of connection. It says spider's webs can be seen as a symbol of connection, not necessarily entrapment. There is a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at this discernment. It also suggests you review the way you communicate with the wider community, at work or generally with others, and take steps to improve this skill and do it slightly differently. It also indicates that there needs to be balance between what you do for yourself and what you do for others. If we give too much to the outside, our strength diminishes and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. So guys, I think as fire signs, there's a lot of I haven't seen any cardinals lately, but it's hidden talents, night songs. I've been seeing a yellow butterfly a lot. But I feel like as fire signs, guys, this is really is a message for us to let us know that we are so passionate about our dreams and about the things that we want in life that it is kind of difficult to find the balance between the action and the work of it and the actual thought and manifestation part of it, right? Because you got to think, if you're constantly working towards a goal, and I just saw 1444, you're working towards your goal, and all of a sudden if something doesn't go right for you, you're going to be very upset about it, and you're going to like have these negative thoughts, right? But still in the back of your head, you're like, or at the end of the day on your like dream board or whatever, you have that, you want this to succeed. Well, those are very contradicting um, manifestation techniques, right? Those are very contradicting and hypocritical of each other and hypocritical of yourself. You've got to find the way to put the balance in between the actions that you're doing, what actions you're doing, and how you're thinking about said process. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful week. And just remember that your spirit guides, your loved ones, they love you. They think about you, and they want you to know that no matter what, they have your back. Yes, it may seem like it's a little hard sometimes, but they've got to be hard on you when you're not paying attention. And for some of us, we have not been paying attention. So just keep that in mind, follow the signs, listen to your gut instinct, and remember, always, always think positively, because positivity breeds positivity. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Bye.